Hello, my name is Jason Benson, and today we are talking about the stall turn or hammerhead stall. Stall turn is a very basic maneuver that can be flown with any airplane, which makes it pretty nice, so I hope you enjoy. First, let's talk about the basics of the maneuver and what makes the stall turn a stall turn. We enter from level flight. You pull to a vertical upline to enter the maneuver. What you want to do is you want to back off the throttle, and you're going to stall the airplane, and you're going to kick in rudder to turn around, and you're going to fly back down on the same path and pull to exit level the opposite direction. So let's talk about the pitfalls and where people go wrong on the stall turn, making it more difficult than it needs to be. A lot of people will rely on timing or luck to do the stall turn. They'll be flying straight and level, they'll pull to their vertical line. Once they establish the vertical line, they'll cut the throttle completely and wait for the plane to slow down. Then they'll try and time when to add the rudder to make it do the turn. The problem with this is it's very tricky. If you're too late, what will happen is the plane will actually fall back on itself and do more of a tail slide, and then you don't know which way it's going to flop. And if you're too early adding the rudder, it's actually going to do a wing over, and the maneuver's not going to look right. So let's talk about how to avoid that. The keys to the hammerhead, we're going to demonstrate this flying away from you, so you'll be able to see it like you're in a chase plane. You're going to be flying straight and level. You're going to pull to a vertical upline, establish your line. Then what you want to do, instead of cutting the throttle completely, is you want to bring the throttle back to about a third, which I like to refer to as hover throttle. As the plane slows down and comes to a stop, the airflow going over the rudder is actually going to keep the authority, so the plane will then rotate around. As the plane rotates, you'll cut the throttle to keep it from pulling the plane across until you're back to a vertical position, fly back down, and pull to exit, adding throttle so you don't stall the plane at the bottom. Now let's talk about some of the variations of the maneuver. We filmed 3 versions of the maneuver. First, we'll talk about the basic hammerhead. Fly along straight and level, get in front of ourselves, we advance to full throttle, we pull to a vertical upline, fly until we feel we've got enough altitude and we've established that line, cut the throttle back to hover throttle. Once the plane stops moving, we kicked in the rudder, came out of the throttle, and flew back down and pulled to exit. One thing that was nice about the day we filmed this was we actually had a decent cloud base in the background, so you could see that the plane had stopped moving, and having a reference point like that will really help when you're learning. Next, we flew a variation where we flew a full roll on the upline. The key to this is making sure we draw the same amount of line before and after the roll. So again, we'll enter parallel to the runway, about half throttle, nice cruising speed, pull to a vertical upline. Once we've established the line and drawn enough of it, we go ahead and do one full roll back to the wings level, fly to the top, go back to hover throttle, kick the rudder in, come out of the throttle as the plane rotates around, and fly back down, pulling to exit level. The third variation we flew was actually a cross-box maneuver, so we were flying out to in over the field. So we started inverted, coming towards ourselves. We pushed to a vertical upline, cut the throttle back to hover throttle, did our hammerhead, and pushed to exit outbound. At this point, I just did another hammerhead out over the field to set up to come back in and do it again for the video. Try as many different variations as you want and have fun with it. There's a lot of different ways you can do it. You can do it as a turnaround maneuver. You can do it as a center field maneuver by pulling up, do the hammer, do a half roll, and exit the same direction. Possibilities are endless. Hope this helps.